Hi y'all, peace, love, and light. It's a late live. It's a very late live. I am up doing PR work. But come on into the room. Come on in, come on in. I have so much work to do. So much work to do. But you know what? I just want to come online and have a little chat. Um, so I know the docu-series is blowing up right now and everyone has something to say about it. Right? And there's a few things that caught my attention that I want to um, express and speak on. Yeah, peace and blessings, Empress Jenaé, Empress Goddess. Hey, peace and blessings to you. I'm glad you used the word blessings because that's what I used earlier. All right, so there's this video that Jaguar White was putting out there that caught my attention. Her review on the documentary. Now, everyone has their opinions, and everyone's, you know, that was the word I'm looking for, has a right to say their opinions online. Um, but what I don't agree with is when people are like speaking on my name and they don't know me from a can of paint. That shit really irks my nerves. And I want to talk to you guys about certain things in the docuseries that caught me. There's so many good things to say about the docuseries, but we choose to see all the bad things as a people. You know what I'm saying? I understand it because there's so much more that's happened in carbonation, so much more things that's happened and what he's done and everything like that, right? Um, However, it's so much it's so much more than what people think, you know. How do I explain this? So I had thought about watching the docuseries again today, just because I find out something new each and every time I watch it. It might be lagging. My connection Wi-Fi, the service that I have is not the greatest. Okay, I hope it's not lagging. Let me know if it's not lagging anymore. All right. So there's this part. Hey, BB, how you doing? So there's this part, right? And in the docu series, and that way I felt empowered, right? And I felt really happy to be that empowered after a series and years of being degraded, humiliated, and definitely bashed online for a lot, right? There's a part where I said he felt small to me, and it was like, yeah, now you listen, right? So when I saw that part, I was like, damn. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. And it felt really empowering in that moment because I literally did the self work and gone to therapy, received the support that I needed to get on that stand and speak my truth, speak the story that happened, you know? So it was just more so like a moment of like realizing that he wasn't as big as we made him once we got our minds right, Alethea Bishop. He wasn't as big. He wasn't the end all be all, and when I seen him in that space and I had power inside of me and power backed up, I had people on my side. I had people, you know, really rooting for me and sending me love and having me have prayers over me, and also just myself rooting for myself. I felt empowered. So when I say he felt small, it's because I felt big. bigger, and I felt like this was bigger than anything that I've ever done in my life. So, of course, he was gonna feel small to me if I did the work, right? But people don't understand that. I feel like sometimes you gotta, you know, big yourself up when the world trying to makes you small and you know you're not small. Let me know if you guys can hear me because I just received a call. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Um, Let me know real quick. It's good. Okay, great. Thank you. So yeah, and I say this because um really was feeling myself too. Doing that docu-series was very hard for me. And I remember feeling reliving the traumas, the real life fucking traumas that we've gone through, you know, and having to be vulnerable right then and there and speaking our story and knowing that it's going to be broadcasted, that's big. Talk about it now gives me chills. It's big. And there were some moments I didn't like at all, happy because I would remember, some happy times. I would remember certain made us feel like, you know, family throughout certain questions. And then when I got back into the abusive side, that's when I would like break down crying or, feel uncomfortable watching. I mean, not watching, need to watch. Um, that's when I felt like very uncomfortable, like, answering questions. So you can see the timestamp. It's the time difference. The yellow shirt came before me in white shirt. The yellow shirt, a month, I decided not to at all do anything during the trial. After I went live and people were just like, shut up. I went live and I'm just like, you guys can go now, please. And I'm, begging the begging you smiled. I'm glad that you smiled. I'm begging basically begging the cult members to let go, leave, you're allowed to leave. More so wanting also freedom for them, not just for myself. So after doing that live, people are just like, man, she needs to stop talking and this and that and the third. And I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I'm talking. I didn't want the attention. And I didn't want the trial to go a different way if people are thinking that I want attention from it. So I basically released all of that and like did my best silent throughout the trial. So when I got to do my documentary, or not my documentary, excuse me, my part in the documentary, that's what I meant, and do the carbonation story, my carbonation story, like give them what I went through. I felt like there was some relief with that because I've been bottling everything up for about 2 years, literally, because that's how long it took for it to go to trial. So when I did the documentary, I just was feeling all these emotions, and the docu-series, I was feeling all these emotions, but for the most part, I was glad to get things out, release certain things out, especially when I was in the white shirt, because from the yellow shirt to white shirt, it's a year span. They came back and did, more filming, and okay, I guess we can put this here. I don't know. It said Q&A, so why not? It's glitching really bad. Oh, I hate that. Like, I really wish I had like better Wi-Fi or better service with this. Like this is crazy. Um, what was I saying? It was a year span. I'm good now? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. And thank y'all for being here. You know, a lot of people they care about the commentary, but they don't really care about the person, you know. So I'm really thankful for y'all being here, listening and stuff. Um so there was a time span from the yellow shirt to the white shirt, and that's a year time span. So in the white shirt, as you can see, way skinnier. I'm vibrant, I'm happy because I started to do the work. You know, I started to get back to my life, and I started to, heal myself more, like eating better. Like I was raw vegan, so around that time I was like around 5 months raw vegan, so I was more vibrant, more alive, you know. And so yeah, I'm gonna seem more happier on camera. Like, what do you mean? Um, and then you can see the difference in triggers. When I got asked a question in my white shirt, you barely see me crying. You just see me breathing. There's a scene when I remember I was asked about the revenge corn, corny corn. So what I did was I took my deep breaths and I started to blink away the tears, answer the question without crying and getting triggered all the time. But as you can see, when I was in a yellow shirt, that was like literally right after I gave birth. I was literally in postpartum. And also that's right after the trial as well. So it was just a lot going on. So I was crying more because I wasn't as healed, and all that was genuine. All that was genuine. So it just made me feel like, you know, for some people to be talking about, they don't know shit. Y'all don't know shit. Trust me. And y'all think y'all know shit. Y'all don't know shit. The people that want to comment on certain things that has nothing to do with anything, y'all don't know shit. Um, my beautiful way of living, it has gotten me to a place of peace, and it has gotten me to a place where I'm able to understand my triggers and do my best not to get so emotional, because I am a very emotional woman. I'm very emotional, so I don't want to be like, too emotional to where I can't get the message out, you know? So I remember just when I was in my white shirt, I did my best not to cry as much, but I did cry, but they didn't show those parts, you know? So at the end of the day, I'm just looking at this docu-series and I'm seeing the growth, you know, not only between me, but also with the members, the ex-members, I was looking at everything inside and I'm just like, man, I'm really proud of us. I'm really proud of us, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to say that because that was just bugging me. I watched Jaguar White's video and that shit bugged the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna even hold y'all. Like, that shit pissed me off. Because I'm just like, you don't know nothing. You think you do and you don't. And it's just making me feel like, well, for everybody, of course, there's accountability that people can take, where it's just like, well, you know. You have things of what's not good for you, and do your best to stay strong and carry on, but not really a lot of people understand mind manipulation. I would suggest people before speaking on anything about all these people were so weak and DOS, just to get to know what actually happens, you know. Um, and I'm really, like I said, I'm really proud of everybody. Like, I'm really am proud of the ex-cult members standing up, each and every one of them, standing up and speaking their truth and doing what they need to do to bring somebody down that was a danger to the community. Um, you know, I was speaking to Courtney the other day, and that's the father of my child. We're gonna be up and down, but it's at least if we have a cordial relationship like be grateful for. But I had a conversation with him the other day, and he said something around the lines like those type of people is gonna be like the same type of people who saying free free Pookie or something. He said something like that. Free Pookie, and Pookie the one who shut up the block. Free Pookie, but Pookie shot up the whole fucking block. Nah. Keep Pookie in there. Pookie deserve that shit. He's in there for a reason. Pookie can't control his anger. Pookie can't control how he presents himself to people, and he can't control how he releases his anger at all, or his emotions, harming people in the process. Keep Pookie away from society until Pookie know better, you know. So it'd be the same people that want to be for something, standing up for something, but really have like the weirdest sympathy for the main abusers and calling everybody else a liar for standing up for themselves and taking their power back. It's weird. It's absolutely it's sick. And you can't really like people would call me sick. I've done more work than a lot of people done in their lifetimes of certain things that I've done in the past. But you know what? I know now it's like, nah, Pookie needs to stay up in jail because Pookie don't know how to act. He is for real. And no one has to be a liar for Pookie to end up where he at. Didn't Pookie say it himself that it has that he's had? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They cool with Pookie, so they look over his BS. That's sick. That's sick. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't keep looking over as a people looking over these type of things that people are doing to each other. You can't. And if you one of them free Pookie people, I'm gonna have to. The free Pookie people really need to know, you know, morale and know um, what's really best for everyone. You know, I really more majority of it. I did it for everybody else more than I did it for myself. Because why? That's love. Love. I got text messages coming in. Yeah, but that's all I wanted to say. Like the sick. What am I doing addressing people that don't hold weight to nothing? Like, what I don't like when people be acting like they were there and they weren't. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, not at all. It's just like it's so exhausting. And I have a right to speak whatever I want to speak about. You know what I'm saying? This is my platform. But yeah, no, we ain't no free Pookie over here. No, Pookie shot up the block, and killed this cat. What the cat do? Nothing. Pookie just wanted to. Nah, bro. Nah, y'all weird, man. You hearing stories about women getting sodomized, grape, um, abused mentally, physically, majority of the time, spiritually, emotionally. Y'all talking about, oh, she lied? Free Pookie? Yo, that is some, people got their shit messed up in the brain, bro. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. It don't. It don't. It does not. This is my platform. I'm going to really hear themselves before they start talking. Yeah. Um, and a lot of people think they know a lot of things and they don't. And they're making up stories online, but yet people wonder why their stories are not being broadcast on ABC News. But anyway, I just wanna just say that it's sick, man. I'm gonna have to like stay away a little bit from looking online again because I forgot how sick this community is online and how draining and exhausting it could be. I'm just doing my due diligence, keeping myself updated with certain things, and I don't really need to, you know. Um, all right, duty calls, y'all. I have to go. I should really do this video, but do it now and tomorrow. I gotta do this tomorrow because I want to do it in the daytime. But that means I'll have to do my makeup again. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm gonna go now, y'all. It's kind of late for me, and I have a daughter, so I have to get to bed so I can get some sleep. Thank y'all so much for being here and listening to me just rant and just. I am very excited for what's next. You know, um, life is getting better. Life is getting better, and I thank God for that. Like the being grateful, and thank y'all so much for those who's been here and continuously have been here. Like BB, I appreciate you, love. Thank you so much for showing your beautiful spirit up in here all the time and giving support and love. Proud of your growth. I'm grateful. I love standing up for myself. I love speaking up when when I feel like it. It feels good. Yeah, and I gotta let these people be saying whatever they want to fucking tell you to think. No, they have a right to, but you know what I'm saying? Not everybody's doing shit for attention. You know what I'm saying? Like it's beyond me. It's beyond me. I'm gonna go, y'all. It's a beautiful thing to have pure intentions to want to do the right thing. I really believe in doing the right thing, and I want to continuously do the right thing down to everything. I didn't have to say certain things in the documentary, but I did. I didn't have to say certain things on the trial, but I did. I wanted to make sure everything was fair and just and true. So, for my soul and for anybody else involved. So, what I'm going to say is, yeah, like being in this space of knowing my intentions were pure from the beginning keeps my soul at peace. It does. It really do. And it makes me feel like who cares if what people don't that they misunderstand me or whatever like that. But what I am gonna do is stand up for myself each and every damn time. And I love that about myself. I do. I'm not in the business of over explaining, but I am in the business of understanding. And I love that about me, you know? And there's certain things about you that, you know, I'm pretty sure you love too. So continue to love yourself no matter what. I'm going to continue to love myself no matter what. And I'm going to continue to, you know, watch over the storm as it passed. Be the observer of the storm because the storm can touch me not. All right, my loves. I love you guys. You have a beautiful rest of your night and be easy, be blessed, be highly favored. Please get some rest like I am about to get some rest. My eyes fucking hurt. But yeah, peace.